Well, they get to see a different aspect of the apartment.
Yeah, they get to see this. Okay, all right. Hi, this is Kim and Amy, and we're gonna read to you from the Urantia book. Yes, and first we have the 365 Days of Walking the Red Road by Terry Jean. Now we're a little bit jumping the gun today because it's still the 10th, but we wanted to kind of do it a day ahead of time. So today's March 11th. Okay, so this first quote is from Wolf Necklace, who is a Palouse. Okay, Palouse.
Pawus.
Thank you. You don't say the L like you say it like a W.
Mhm.
Apparently, Amy looked
Pawus.
up the translation of it. So Pause. Okay, and they live in Washington State.
So sorry, kitty allergies.
Kitty allergies. Let me look at that again. What part? And all right, these Palouse people.
Pawus.
Pawus. Thank you. Gosh. Okay, Pawus tribe of the Northwest. Can I get some geography with this?
There's two different spellings, so are you looking up the right tribe?
Yeah. Well, I know that's what it says there.
Okay.
No, I don't want that. Okay. Jeez, so hard to find good maps. Okay, wait. Okay, so this is like Washington State place, right? They're up in I don't know. There's a lot of different tribes up there in Pacific Northwest. No. Provo, no, not. So I think it's around like Western.
Palouse.
Palouse.
Palouse. Palouse.
Palouse.
Because the pronunciation.
Palouse.
Okay,
Palouse. So you know what? Sometimes I think the computers don't know more than I do.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the original spelling I had was P. Well, first I had the Palouse. Then I had the Paloos. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, you guys.
Get a Kleenex.
Oh, kitty.
Okay. All right. Do you want to read what he says there?
On March 11th.
So this is a Palouse person named Wolf Necklace.
I'm going to let you because I think I might sneeze.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I never want to leave this country. Bless you.
Excuse me.
All my relatives are lying here in the ground, and when I fall to pieces, I am going to fall to pieces here. Wolf Necklace, Palouse.
It's beautiful. Can you read it one more time?
I never want to leave this country. All my relatives are lying here in the ground, and when I fall to pieces, I am going to fall to pieces here.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Did you know a coup stick is a device used by Native Americans to strike an enemy, and it was a great achievement to strike the enemy without wounding them or without their knowledge of the presence of the person cooing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Similar to the other tribe.
Well, right. No, a lot of them did that. A lot of them did that. Here, they'd go and like touch you or smack you with a stick, so I can and not injure you. So if you hurt that person or give them a mark or a cut, then that's not as much honor in that as them just coming tapping you.
Now, if we all had that,
that would be a great ethic, right? What a great ethic
and a challenge.
Standard. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to read from the Tao Te Ching. Can you read, Amy?
Mm-hmm.
Translation by Ralph Allen Dale. Here we have Stonehenge at twilight or sunrise, whatever you want to.
And then and now.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. In ancient times, all entities had their own integrity and function. Excuse me. The sky was clear and endless. The earth was calm and firm. The gods were charged and with spiritual powers. The wells were clean and full. The 10,000 creatures were healthy and fecund.
And fecund means
Fecund.
like fertile,
Okay.
have a lot of potential for giving life.
Leaders were elected to plan the work and the defense of the community. How wondrously concordant. If the sky were not endless, it could have fallen. If the earth were not firm, it could have burst. If the gods did not exercise their spiritual powers, they would have been abandoned. Oh, wow. If the wells were not full, they could have dried up. If the 10,000 creatures were not productive, they could have become extinct. If the leaders did not plan the work and the defense of their community, they would have been replaced. In this way, each entity had its own essentiality, each part of complementing every other. Nowadays, when the privileged among us identify themselves with the orphan, the widower, and the hungry one, it may be an opportunistic appeal for the support of the lowly, or a realization that loudly trumpeting self-glory negates itself. Wow.
Right.
Or a
So posers, people
Yep.
can pose as being like, right.
Or a premonition that shining like jade and resounding like stone chimes attracts the desperate adventurers among those deprived of hope, inviting disaster among those who create the deprivations. Wow. That's intense.
Yep.
So accurately true.
Yep. So there's so much in here about don't trumpet your self-glory. Don't make a big deal out of yourself. But there's some things that you need to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some things are worth talking about.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yep. It's really beautiful. Okay. I love the Tao Te Ching. Okay, now we're going to read from the Urantia book. Okay. Okay, we're on chapter or paper 39, section 4, the administrator, Seraphim. You want me to go?
I'll start because
Okay.
these are my lesser classes.
Okay.
Please. The fourth order of Seraphim are assigned to the administrative duties of the local systems. They are indigenous to the system capitals, but are stationed in large numbers on the Mansion and Moransha spheres and on the inhabited worlds. Fourth order Seraphim are by nature endowed with unusual administrative ability. They are the able assistants of the directors of the lower divisions of the universe government of a creator's son and are mainly occupied with the affairs of the local systems and their component worlds. They are organized for their service as follows. Administrative assistants. These able seraphim are the immediate assistants of a system sovereign, a primary Lanandek son. They are invaluable aids in the execution of the intricate details of the executive work of the system headquarters. They also serve as the personal agents of the system rulers, journeying back and forth in large numbers to the various transition worlds and to the inhabited planets, executing many commissions for the welfare of the system and in the physical and biologic interests of its inhabited worlds.
Okay. Excellent. Anything you want to talk about in there?
No, I like what I read.
Okay. These same seraphic administrators are also attached to the governments of the world rulers, the planetary princes. Okay, so those are also Lananandek sons.
Okay.
Okay. The majority of planets in a given universe are under the jurisdiction of a secondary Lenon index sun. But on certain worlds, such as Urantia, there has been a miscarriage of the divine plan. In the event of the defection of a planetary prince, these seraphim become attached to the Melchizedek receivers and their successors in planetary authority.
So what does that mean? Now I'm lost.
Okay, well, so our planetary prince was Caligastia, and he defected. So his seraphim.
So that would be like not the equivalent of Lucifer.
He was a secondary Lenon index sun. Lucifer was a primary Lenon index sun.
Okay.
So Lucifer was in charge of the whole system. So
Mhm.
a whole group of planets, like 100 planets or something. Okay. So Caligastia was in charge of just our planets, but they both had angels working under them, working
Yep.
for them. So now this guy, Caligastia and Lucifer, they both defaulted. So now their angels that were assigned to them become, now they're released from the command of the one that defaulted. They're now under the command of
The
Melchizedek.
Melchizedek. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Melchizedeks are kind of like emergency kind of
Let's step in.
step in and help when they're needed like that. They're very versatile group. They're very important group. Yeah, of and those are very high sun, creator sun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not creator sons, but they're in that same kind of grouping.
Category.
Yeah. Okay.
You're at the present acting ruler.
The present acting ruler of Urantia is assisted by a corps of 1,000 of this versatile order of Seraphim. Okay, so there is somebody who's, I forget who, is that, but it's kind of weird because later on when it talks about the Jesus papers, it says Jesus is actually the planetary prince, but Jesus probably needs a lot of administrators to act below him. But he's definitely, if we can believe this, Jesus, who's created the whole universe, this planet is very special to him, and he's really taken us under his wing to develop us in the best way. So if we can believe that, we can really be assured that the best outcomes are, if we have faith in that, the best outcomes will come to us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to the justice guides, these are the angels who present the summary of evidence concerning the eternal welfare of men and angels when such matters come up for adjudication in the tribunals of a system or a planet. They prepare the statements for all preliminary hearings involving mortal survival, statements which are subsequently carried with the records of such cases to the higher tribunals of the universe and the superuniverse. The defense of all cases of doubtful survival is prepared by these seraphim, who have a perfect understanding of all the details of every feature of every count in the indictments drawn by the administrators of universe justice. Okay, so these angels are like our lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if there's some question as to who, what. Oh gosh. Okay. I can't take this right now. No, I can't take it right now. But I have to tell them those guys are, because they were going to do our rings anyway. Forget it. Whatever. Okay, so where am I at now? Okay, so the defense of all cases, of doubtful survival is prepared by these seraphim who have a perfect understanding of all the details of every feature of every count of the indictments drawn by the administrators of universe justice. It is not the mission of these angels to defeat or to delay justice, but rather to ensure that unerring justice is dealt out with generous mercy in fairness to all creatures.
Wow.
In these seraphim often function on the local worlds, commonly appearing before the referee trios of the conciliating commissions, the courts for minor misunderstandings. Many who at one time served as justice guides in the lower realms later appear as voices of mercy in the higher spheres
That's beautiful.
and on Salvington, because that's a higher developmental level. So angels can ascend to higher levels of service. Okay. In the Lucifer rebellion on Insitania, very few of the justice guides were lost, but more than 1/4 of the other administrator seraphim and of the lower orders of seraphic ministers were misled and deluded by the sophistries of unbridled personal liberty.
Wow. Okay.
So it's amazing that they're relaying that detail to us. So relatively few of this group were lost, where
but the
more of
next
these
group-
other groups were lost. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. Look,
Okay.
I can read. Where are we?
We're on number 3, interpreters of
Yep.
cosmic citizenship.
Okay. I had to close my eyes and just listen.
Yeah.
When ascending mortals have completed the mansion world training, the first student apprenticeship in the universe career, they are permitted to enjoy the transient satisfactions of relative maturity. Citizenship on the system capital. While the attainment of each ascendant goal is a factual achievement, in the larger sense, such goals are simply milestones on the long ascending path to paradise. But, however, relative such success may be. No evolutionary creature is ever denied the full
Though transient.
Thank you. Full transient satisfaction of goal attainment. Ever and anon, there is a pause in the paradise ascent, a short breathing spell, during which universe horizons stand still. Wow, I would love to see that. So even they have stillness. Creature status is stationary, and the personality tastes of the sweetness of goal fulfillment. Wow. Wish we knew how to do that as humans. The first of such periods in the career of mortal ascender occurs on the capital of a local system. During this pause, you will, as a citizen of Jerusalem, attempt to express in creature life those things which you have acquired during the 8 preceding life experiences, embracing Urantia and the 7 mansion worlds. The seraphic interpreters of cosmic citizenship guide the new citizens of the system capitals and quicken their appreciation of the responsibilities of universe government. These seraphim are also closely associated with the material sons in the system administration, while they portray the responsibility and morality of cosmic citizenship to the material mortals on the inhabited worlds. My mind is blown. That's wow.
Yeah. So what does it mean to be a citizen of this and the laws and stuff? It's like, this is like outer space. You don't think of there being laws out in space, right? But there's laws.
And even a time of respite and recuperation and before going on,
like in between, like when we get to certain levels, because we have to step up, like 7 levels.
And that they know how to just sit and be still and allow it to be as is, which is something we so struggle to do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Well, that's that peace and rest, and everything's okay as it is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And before you go forward, you need that. You need to feel the ground under your feet, like you're taking off from a stable place, where you've been, before you can go forward.
I would like to read 4 and
Go ahead.
Quickeners of morality. On the mansion worlds, you begin to learn self-government for the benefit of all concerned. Your mind learns cooperation, learns how to plan with other and wiser beings. On the system headquarters, the seraphic teachers will further quicken your appreciation of cosmic morality, of the interactions of liberty and loyalty. What is loyalty? It is the fruit of an intelligent appreciation of universe brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
One could not take so much and give nothing. As you ascend the personality scale, first you learn to be loyal, then to love, then to be
Filial.
filial.
Right. Filial is like
Yeah.
friendship.
I couldn't tell
You
if
know.
it was saying final or
But here it's interesting, you
Fallible. yeah.
Filial to me is like friendship, is to be
Mhm.
like attracted to something and is interesting. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
And then you may be free.
But not until you are a
Finaliter. That's our goal, is to be a finaliter.
Not until you have attained perfection of loyalty can you self-realize finality of liberty. And I'm going to pass. I just wanted to read what loyalty was because I love
What is loyalty?
loyalty. Yeah.
Yeah. It is the fruit of an intelligent appreciation of universe brotherhood. One could not take so much and give nothing. So you know that, there's a give and take in relationship.
Mhm.
And that to be loyal to somebody, you have to appreciate them on another level and try to anticipate their
Needs.
well, and to me that's about confidence. And I don't tell people all the things that I don't. Loyalty, you take somebody into your confidence. That means that you tell me some things that make you vulnerable. Not gonna reveal things so that people feel free to come and stick more of their thumbs in your pie. Like we were saying, you've got too many thumbs in the pie. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's an important consideration here about these professionals. They make quite a deal about being confidential and stuff, but they're not really, because they're always referring you to more agencies, and more agencies know about you, and you got more of these records on you and stuff, and it's worthless then, right? Okay, should I keep going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my eyes are done.
Okay, these seraphim teach the fruitfulness of patience, that stagnation is certain death.
Oh, wow.
But that over rapid growth is equally suicidal.
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
That as a drop of water from a higher level falls to a lower and flowing onward, passes ever downward through a succession of short falls, so ever upward is progress in the Urantia and spirit worlds. And just as slowly and by just such gradual stages. To the inhabited worlds, the quickeners of morality portray mortal life as an unbroken chain of many links. Your short sojourn on Urantia, on this sphere of mortal infancy, is only a single link, the very first in the long chain that is to stretch across universes and through the eternal ages. It is not so much what you learn in this first life. It is the experience of living this world that is important. Even the work of this world, paramount though it is not nearly so important as the way in which you do this work.
Wow.
Right. So
it's not what you learn, it's the experience and the way you live.
The way you So this shatters the whole idea
of what we've been taught.
Well, the ends justifies the means. It's like sometimes you got to do something that you don't like in order to get the, and that's just not what we're saying. What that's true. The ends is inherent in the means. It's like you have to live that way. That's what you trust. You don't trust, oh, you have to do this in order to get that. Do something you don't like in order to get the justify this. No, that's not it. There is no material reward for righteous living.
Yeah, good
There
deeds
is
do
no-
go unnoticed.
Right, material reward for righteous living. I know a lot of people like that. What is all this prosperity gospel here? Joel Osteen and these guys saying, "Oh, God wants you to be wealthy so you can share your wealth." You know what I mean? That's hooey. No, God doesn't care how wealthy you are. God isn't really interested in what you have. He's interested in what's inside you. Okay.
Well, then I'm doing pretty okay.
You're doing
And I'm gonna
fine.
get better.
Oh my gosh. There's no material reward for righteous living, but there is profound satisfaction, consciousness of achievement. And this transcends any conceivable material reward.
Mhm.
Just knowing that, yeah, I live
Yeah.
a good life. People love me. People care about me. I am worthy.
Well,
We know that inside.
and it
That's
goes with
what
the whole idea that like all this materialism and capitalism, you can't take any of that into heaven with you. Like,
no.
it stays. So what you have is who you are and what you've done and how it's impacted everyone else
Yeah.
and how it's made you as a human being. And that's what's judged, not I had 15 BMWs and I was an incredible singer, but I did give back to the Red Cross that one time, God.
Something. Yeah. Okay.
That was a very extreme example.
It's okay. Okay. The keys of the kingdom of heaven are sincerity, more sincerity, and more sincerity. So be genuine. Be sincere.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Say what you mean.
And be able to accept I'm not perfect, I'm faulty. Oops, I made a mistake. Own up. Accountability, responsibility, and acceptance. Radical.
Yeah. How wise. Very wise.
We learn this throughout our life practices later as we get older. If we started teaching our kids and our youth this.
Right. All men have these keys. Men use them. Advance in spirit status by decisions, by more decisions, and by more decisions. The highest moral choice is the choice of the highest possible value, and always, in any sphere, in all of them, this is to choose to do the will of God. Choose to do the will of God. If man thus chooses, he is great, though he be the humblest citizen of Jerusalem, or even the least of mortals on Urantia.
And it is a choice, and that's where the free will comes in. You have the choice to choose to serve God or not.
To be sincere or not, or to be a poser. It's like, I'm going to just pose like I am this, I love all the orphans. Give me the photo op with the little orphan. Okay, then go away, right? Okay, so that's the posing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you choose that sincerity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I make a commitment to somebody to be their friend, it's like not a casual thing. It's, like I'm going to be there for somebody, not just when it's convenient for me.
I'm just thinking about this whole new generation, how everything's all about posing.
No, that's what have I been telling? I've been telling you about that.
Yeah. And
everything
really
is about the photo, the selfie,
and they think that's what it is to be a moral
valuable person. No, see how deep we're in some deep doo-doo here. That's what I mean.
It's a whole new way now.
See? Yep. It's everything is superficial.
Because what I'm saying is going over their head because I have to.
Well, you have to model that.
Well, that's not even enough.
It's not even enough. No, I know.
They're so susceptible to social media that I've got to find a different way to connect.
Yeah.
And bring the message through.
Right.
Because this is so far over their head right now. So how do I do that in baby steps? Because everything I thought I was teaching them, obviously they're not learning.
Yeah.
That's what's sad.
Right.
And that nobody takes any bleeping accountability in this day and age. It's always somebody else's
Yep.
fault.
Yep.
Well, it's not my fault. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
I started out happy and now I'm like perplexed. Okay, let's go. Keep going.
Okay.
We got
The transporters. Okay. These are the transport seraphim who function in the local systems. In Satania, your system, they carry passengers back and forth from Jerusalem and otherwise serve as interplanetary transporters. Seldom does a day pass in which a transport seraphim of Satania does not deposit some student visitor or some other traveler of spirit or semi-spirit nature on the shores of Urantia. They're here. They're all coming here. They're checking us out. Yep. So that's what a big job of the seraphim is, to transport people. So they wrap you in their angel's wings and they bring you somewhere.
I don't want them to let go.
Oh, they're always
They
here.
need to hug on tighter to my kids.
Pray for that. Okay. Seldom does it. Okay, I already read that. Okay. These very space travelers will sometimes carry you to and from the various worlds of the system headquarters group. And when you have finished the Jerusalem assignment, they will carry you forward to Urantia. But under no circumstances will they carry you backward to the world of human origin. Okay, because they carry you forward.
Yeah.
Okay, when you leave your body behind here. Yep. You don't get to go back to your body.
Sorry.
It's okay. A mortal never returns to his native planet during the dispensation of his temporal existence. And if he should return during a subsequent dispensation, he would be escorted by a transport seraphim of the universe headquarters group. So if you go back, that's a higher order of angels. So going back to your home planet where you had origin is a much bigger deal. And because it's confronting a lot of stuff, a lot of old memories, then you go with a make sure that you have somebody with you there who will help you process that. Okay. The recorders. These seraphim are the keepers of the threefold records of the local systems. The temple of records on a system capital is a unique structure, 1/3 material, constructed of luminous metals and crystals. It's 1/3 morontial, fabricated of the liaison of spiritual and material energy, but beyond the range of mortal vision, and 1/3 is spiritual. The recorders of this order preside over and maintain this threefold system of records. Ascending mortals will at first consult the material archives. Material sons and the higher transition beings consult those of the Morancha halls, while seraphim and the higher spirit personalities of the realm peruse the records of the spirit section.
Just mind-blowing. Things that I thought, that I believed, that I knew are being questioned in so many ways, but yet I feel so grateful.
Well, it's just so much bigger. And the more, that I've always had this idea for a long time. I've had this idea of this record that you have access to based on your own spiritual growth standing. So, like, we're just novices.
Is that what they call the
Akashic records? Kind of. Yeah. So, like, we'll get it on one level when we're material beings, but then when our eyes are further opened and our senses are able to receive more information, but we don't get more information than we're ready to receive at any particular time.
And this was a doorway and a path opening. I feel the Holy Spirit and the angels around me, and I just want to be grateful and give thanks in prayer.
Okay, 2 more paragraphs, okay? 7, the reserves. The reserve corps of administrator seraphim on Jerusalem spend much of their waiting time in visiting as spirit companions with the newly arrived ascending mortals from the various worlds of the system, the accredited graduates of the mansion worlds. One of the delights of your sojourn on Jerusalem will be to talk and visit during recess periods with these much traveled and many experienced Seraphim of the Waiting Reserve Corps. It is just such friendly relationships as these that so endear a system capital to the ascending mortals. On Jerusalem, you will find the first intermingling of material sons, angels, and ascending pilgrims.
Ascending pilgrims are us.
Are us.
And then the seraphim are the ones that are helping us get there.
Right. And angels and material
Yep.
sons are, okay. Are like Adam and Eve are material sons and daughters.
Okay.
Here fraternize beings who are wholly spiritual and semi-spiritual and individuals just emerging from material existence. Mortal forms are there so modified and human ranges of light reaction so extended that all are able to enjoy mutual recognition and sympathetic personality understanding. Sympathetic personality understanding. Okay. Well, that will do it for that. So that is Friday's reading on
Thank you.
Thursday. Okay, so good.
I'm looking up a question.
Okay, look up a question. What are you
No, it's okay.
So we're done? Say goodbye
Yeah.
then.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.